we have achieved something very early in the season. Well, precisely so. Um, we had 11 days of rest, and it kind of paid off. Now, in this video, actually, I was contemplating on which video to make, and then I realized what happened tonight, and I decided to make this video tonight, and more likely I'm gonna make the recap tomorrow morning, or early part of the afternoon, because well, for one, I have a shorter day of shift, thank God, and number two, it's pretty long to recap. So for now, I'm depending on the mood tonight after I make this video, because there's a video that I'm gonna make right now, and that is, and don't worry, we're gonna recap this game in the next video. But breaking news, which is not breaking news, but it's an accomplishment video. Inter Miami became the first team of the season to officially clinch the 2024 MLS playoffs with a point spread, what is now 56 points, beating FC Cincinnati 2-0, by the way. 2-0. Down 10 men. And they not only earned themselves a clean sheet, which we'll talk about in the next video, but to earn a playoff spot very early in the season, which is, keep in mind, there's still 2 months left of the season, and they already clinched in the month of August. Tonight is August 24th. Happy birthday to a friend of mine who is watching this video. Yeah, this is a accomplishment very early on. For the first time ever, Inter Miami has clinched the playoffs in the month of August, and the first team to do so this season, with a whopping 56 flipping points in the Eastern Conference and the whole league. So we already got ourselves into the playoff spot without Messi, because we still having to stretch with playing without the GOAT. You have Suarez to take his place and to become the score king as of right now for Inter Miami, and we'll talk about that in the next video. I see a lot of complaints saying, "Oh, the league favors." You know what? I'm not gonna talk about that tonight. I'll definitely explain why this is the way it is tonight or tomorrow, depending on the video situation. But regardless of that, it's totally unrelated. How did they get there at this point? Well, think of it as more a quick review on how they get there. The first game, 2-0, Real Salt Lake. Then they go to Carson. They drew 1-1. Messi was able to score in that stoppage time, and then following that. Next up, the game that I went to, the Florida Derby, 5-0. Amazing. Next game, Seattle Montreal, and I know there's Nashville in there, but that's CONCACAF, so it's unrelated. That was their first L, and we were having a discussion whether or not if Inter Miami can even handle without playing Messi, right? And this is also the game that I went to, and they lost that game. Yes, I've been to the game where they have taken an L plenty of times. Then the next game is against DC. Again, skipping over Nashville, because that's his CONCACAF. We already talked about that months ago. This is when Suarez would take over. And then this is all the discussion of Suarez saying how he's washed up. Well, he still scored goals that are pretty important. Worst loss of the season comes the week after against the Red Bulls. We don't talk about that. And a game against NYCFC, we drew. This is unrelated. And then Messi comes back. Messi comes back in late in the game, and they drew 2-2. They should have won that game, but I digress. Kansas City in Arrowhead, mind you, Inter Miami's won the game faster in Arrowhead Stadium faster than Dolphins did. Just saying. Then back home, play Nashville, and then go to New England Gillette Stadium, what became one of the highest attended sellout crowd in New England Revolution history. You're welcome. And it's dominance. Messi dominance. Next game, Red Bulls 6-2 dominance. Next game, 3-2 win. Messi wind up getting hurt. And the next game, the game I went to in Orlando, nothing happens. 0-0 drew. Next game, Messi comes back. And we still win. This is without, well, technically speaking, Messi did play in this game. There was that monsoon that came down. I know this because I was at the game. But Campana scored that game winner. Then they fly out to British Columbia, Vancouver. This is where the controversy happened. Messi, Suarez, I think Alba as well, did not fly with the team. They stayed back in Florida. And this sparked an outrage in Vancouver, and everything that happened. Miami still won 2-1 in that one. And then they fly back, and this was a tough loss. They lose 3-1 against Atlanta. What wind up being the first win ever in that stadium, Atlanta United. That was tough. They drew 3-3 against St. Louis. This is still with Messi. And then the bye week. And then this is where that Messi-less stretch happened. And it's still ongoing for numerous of reasons. This reason, international duty, Copa America. And this was my question earlier. Can they handle this without Messi? They did. They've handled this pretty good. They played Philadelphia in Subaru Park in Philadelphia. Being down 10 men because there were 2 red cards. 2-1 victory. Shocking. Then they play against Columbus Crew. 2-1. What wound up being the hottest team in soccer right now in MLS. We beat them 2-1. Shocking. Then go to Nashville. Once again, shocking 2-1 victory. 3 straight games, it's been a 2-1 victory. The next game, another 2-1 victory. This time it's in Charlotte, North Carolina, where we never won in Charlotte, but finally we did. And then this is where I'll talk about tomorrow. But the next game, we played against Cincinnati. Nothing to talk about there. I mean, that was a whopping loss. I wore a white jersey as a way of surrender. And then the next game, a highlight. This is the part where we're expecting Messi to be back at this game or against the Chicago team. But we have to continue to stretch without it because from the weekend before, he got hurt, his ankle, and he will wind up not playing for a while. But regardless of that, we still beat Toronto 3-1, and we still beat Chicago 2-1, introducing a new jersey with the blue kit, like the Dolphins colors. And then finally, we get to tonight where we beat Cincinnati 2-0. 2-0 with down 10 men. Keep in mind, Cincinnati is the team that is in second place in the Eastern Conference. So they're also in the hunt of the Supporters' Shield. And guess who's in front of them? We are. And in doing so, this all adds up to 56 points. Let's see, 15 teams, so down 9 seed. I think so, right? I don't know. But regardless of that, mathematically speaking, we're in the playoffs. We're in the playoffs, and you know what? The a lot of adversary that they have to endure is truly amazing. And I said some things with Tata just inability to manage the game because of substitutions, but he rebounded tonight. He got better. He learned from the mistakes, like I said. And they did that against FC Cincinnati. And you know what? I am so proud of these boys. Incredibly proud. Say what you want about Tata, even though I have some things to say regarding substitutions. But his formations, it's extremely, extremely good. It makes sense. And it's a Miami team as a whole, they persevered. Welcome to the MLS playoffs. We did it. So, sorry, this was a longer video than it needed to be. I was just so excited to talk about this. So, forgive my rambling. And, yeah, I think I'm going to make another video tonight. If I can't, then I promise tomorrow. But most likely tonight. But we'll see what happens. And, yeah, folks, that's going to do it for this video. If you have enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content, because my name is TJ back. And when he does, hit it right there with the fear of entertainment. You deserve playoffs, baby. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Adios.